I'm deeply honored to read this resolution commending Commander Michael Manuele for 35 years of service to the County of San Luis Obispo. Whereas Michael Manuele has served the County of San Luis Obispo without interruption since July 2nd, 1989, encompassing 35 years of employment. And whereas Michael Manuele, starting out as a sheriff's cadet, was promoted to deputy sheriff in November 1989, to senior deputy in September of 1999, sergeant in April 2007, and then promoted to commander in April 2017, where he currently oversees the Sheriff's North Station in Templeton. And whereas Michael is described as a valued and exemplary employee who is dependable, compassionate, and embodies professionalism. And whereas Michael displays integrity and can always be counted on to complete the task or mission efficiently while representing the Sheriff's Office and county at the highest level. And whereas Michael works extremely well with the community and partner agencies, his professionalism and commitment to the community have had a positive impact on the community's view of law enforcement. And whereas Michael continues to demonstrate excellence and dedication in his current assignment, and his thoughtful approach to his decisions and assignments has benefited the citizens of San Luis Obispo County. Now, therefore, be it resolved and ordered by the Board of Supervisors of the County of San Luis Obispo, State of California, that Michael Manuele be and hereby is commended for his 35 years of dedication to the county mission. Be it also resolved that Michael Manuele is wished the best of health, happiness, and good fortune in his continued service and beyond. Michael. This is not a retirement.
Good morning, everybody. Under Sheriff Chad Nicholson, filling in for Sheriff Parkinson, who wanted to give his gratitude and heartfelt thank you to Commander Manuele for all of his years of service. Sheriff Parkinson is out of county at a state sheriff's meeting today, so he couldn't be here. But I just wanted to say a few things to Michael. Michael is the gold standard of what any organization would want in an employee, especially a law enforcement organization. I mean, what he stands for, his morals, his integrity, his professionalism, empathy, compassion. He's mentored in an unbelievable amount of employees for us at the sheriff's office, and it doesn't matter what rank you are, but especially somebody in supervisory or at the management rank, we always look for somebody that can not just supervise, but mentor, guide, lead, motivate, direct, and that's what Michael's done his whole career. I've had the pleasure of working for Michael and working with Michael my entire career, and he's a phenomenal leader. I think back to when it was some of the most difficult times for not just our organization, but our county in 2020 and 2021 through the pandemic. And we had numerous officer-involved shootings. We had multiple deputies that were shot, one of which was Michael's deputy out of the North Station. And I'll never forget when he came into my office at the detective division, and we discussed the case a little bit and mainly resources for the deputy and their family and so on. And he was very, very emotional, rightfully so. And this is when he had 30 plus years on. And he said, Chad, I don't know how much longer I can do this. And I had asked him, I said, why are you still doing it? And he said, I can't leave now. I care too much about the people. I care too much about the community, and there's no way I could walk away now, even though I know all of his family was asking him to walk away. So all of us are replaceable. We all know that, but some of us are more difficult to replace than others, and we're truly, truly going to miss you. Okay.
Thank you.
I'll ask right now if there were any other comments at the podium here. Anyone? Okay.
They all want to say something.
Everyone's tongue-tied right now. Yeah.
It's just not appropriate in this forum. May I take it in for a minute?
Absolutely.
Madam Clerk, cut me off when appropriate. I am quite emotional. It's amazing to reach this point in a career, especially a law enforcement career. something as difficult and as hard as can be out there. It takes a special person to do this job, to put their selflessly in front of danger, to protect people that we don't know, to protect values of our community, to protect people. Sometimes at the detriments of our families, the people we love, our friends, who are sitting at home wondering when or if we will get home. It is challenging. It's also very rewarding. I have had many challenges over my career, some self-deserved, others, as mentioned, kneeling beside a deputy who's severely injured from being shot, talking to an officer who has just been involved in a shooting and trying to reassure them that they did the right thing. I appreciate all the sheriffs that I have worked for. Sheriff Ed Williams for taking a risk to hire me. Sheriff Pat Hedges for his advice and mentorship and promoting me. Sheriff Ian Parkinson for not promoting me, for passing me up and then coming back and promoting me the next time. I could go on. I would like to thank everybody individually, but there are too many people in this room to thank. But you know in my heart the amount that I've done. We cannot do our job without the support of people. I haven't achieved 35 years on my own. I have had a family, parents who raised me correctly, a wife who has supported me, who has waited for me to come home every night. And I did. Children who have endured having a father work in the same community and endured the harassment because I was in law enforcement. My friends, my families, my coworkers, the people at the academy that got me through the academy, my partners, all the senior deputies, trainings, everything. We may not have been partners in a car, but we have been partners in a career. And I am eternally grateful for having this opportunity. Would I do it again? Absolutely, in a heartbeat. It goes by in the blink of an eye, but I would do it again. I don't have the time to do it again, but I would if I could. Lastly, as law enforcement, our responsibility was to take care of the communities. It is one of the best communities that we have, not only in the state, but in the country. We need to take care of our personnel to make sure that they can thrive in this community, that they can afford housing, that they can make it to retirement and serve 35 years as I have. Thank you.
Yeah. Bravo.
Okay, we're going to bring this back to the board for any comments. Supervisor Gibson?
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's a pretty awesome dude indeed. That's it's been my absolute honor and pleasure to work with Commander Manuele since I think before he was commander, but he came to the coast station and for reasons unknown abandoned us to North County. But you saw there the heart of a public servant and a law enforcement public servant. What you also got a little glimpse of is the humor. that Michael brings to the community. And he follows in a proud tradition of our Sheriff's Department, starting with Marty Basti and others who have been among the community in times that are not of crisis. And that groundwork and that time and that commitment that you have spent in front of advisory councils and other community gatherings is inspiring and invaluable. And it has been my pleasure to be with you so many times. I must confess to a certain amount of whiplash. I hadn't read to the bottom of the resolution before I started reciting it. And as I got to the bottom, it didn't say anything about retirement. And so my hopes soared. And yet, as Michael came to receive it, he tells me that that date is near upon us. And so I've cratered now. I don't know that I can continue except to say thank you, sir, for all you've done.
Thank you.
Supervisor Ortiz-Lake?
Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you. You really said it all. I mean, it was a beautiful statement of your purpose and your dedication and reminding us of all that an individual goes through in the service of your work. I want to thank your family and your wife. I really felt that moment about coming home at night and just, all the sacrifice that you've made. I really do think that this speech is something that needs to be at the academy for young ones to see, because you are embodied right there, everything that we hope and dream of somebody that serves in your position. And we really are just grateful. And I can imagine they are going to miss you so much, and we all are. So have a great time. Thanks.
Supervisor Paulding?
Thank you, Chair. I'm watching the faces of the people who are going to, work behind you after you've left, and I can tell that they all respect you, and you've earned that trust and respect. And your comments reflected that as well. And thank you for setting the standard for everybody behind you to aspire to. You've made our community a safer and better place. Enjoy your retirement.
Supervisor Pashon?
I want to thank you for abandoning the coast, because it sucks. And, appreciate you on all you've done, the empathy you had for the people of North County, for San Miguel and Shandon, Creston, Templeton, Paso Robles, all the areas that we represent. So thank you for all of your hard work on their behalf. And thank you for your service to this county. I do believe with Chad that you are the gold standard. So thank you.
And Michael, I just want to say thank you to you as well. It's great to have your beautiful family here today, all your coworkers, but since we're both retiring, we can say whatever we want, right? Yeah. I just want to thank you for all these years. Your dedication was always so obvious, but maybe so important to me. You understand this county, and you love this county and all parts of the county and all the differences and all the diversity throughout the county. You were just a wonderful asset to law enforcement, and I just want you to know, I think it's people like you that make our county what it is. So I want to wish you just a happy and fun retirement, and I'm sure you'll have a chance now to do things that you couldn't really get away to do before.